November 21st, 2023. The time is 2:01 p.m. I'm calling this meeting to order. In attendance are Commissioners Brooks, Matari, and Duncan. Please join us for a moment of silence. All right. And the pledge. Mr. Sheffield.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Public comment. Hearing none. Approval of meeting minutes.
No changes to the agenda.
Oh, I am so sorry about that. Any changes to the agenda? Should probably put my glasses on. All right, hearing none and no public comment. Meeting minutes.
I move that we approve the meeting minutes, items 1 through 6.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye. And consent calendar.
I move that we approve the consent calendars, items 7 through 13.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye. Payables.
I move that we approve payables for November 13 through 17, 2023 in the amount of $893,635.18 and jury panel payments in the amount of $1,486.62.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye. Item 15, electronic media release with Jacobs Engineering and our Solid Waste Department. Director Phillips, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. John Phillips for the record. Jacobs, an engineering firm working on the Ramsey Transfer Station public drop-off area, has supplied Kootenai County Solid Waste with this electronic media release form to be approved before releasing certain electronic documents for construction. Jacobs has requested that Kootenai County sign this form to acknowledge certain risks and responsibilities when using any of their supplied electronic files related to this project. This document was reviewed by Jamila Holmes and is considered legally sufficient for its intended purpose. So in summary, the Solid Waste Department is requesting that you approve and sign the electronic media release document for the Ramsey Transfer Station public drop-off area.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the media release, electronic media release with Jacobs Engineering.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye. All right, motion carries. Thank you. Item 16, termination of ground lease, AAL 2017-500. It's a T-hangar termination for Dennis Staver and Ms. Stevenson with the airport.
Thank you, Commissioners. Kim Stevenson with the airport for the record. Dennis Staver has moved out of one of our T-hangar spots. The county T-hangar has 4 spots. He was leasing space number 4. He found another location on the airport, and so we would like to terminate the T-hangar lease, and we are currently working on finding a new tenant.
All right, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the termination of ground lease AAL-2017-500, the T-hangar termination.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye, motion passes. Thank you. Item 17,
Thank you.
financial budget. Request to purchase and replace 2 transport vehicles using tobacco funds with our Juvenile Detention Office and our Director, Eric Sheffield, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Eric Sheffield. So I'm requesting tobacco funds to purchase 2 new Ford Explorers for juvenile detention transports, replacing our 2003 Chevy and GMC minivans. I've communicated with fleet management, and they are in agreement that our 20-year-old transport vans meet the criteria for replacement. Each of the Fords appropriately equipped is $42,677 for a total cost of $85,354. You should have the quote there in your uploads. Mike White Ford informed me the vehicles once ordered are up to 15 weeks out. Upon arrival, the Ford dealership will equip the Explorers for public safety transport. When completed, I will come back before the board with a purchase order request to procure the vehicles.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the budget request to purchase and replace 2 transport vehicles utilizing tobacco funds for juvenile detention.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, and motion passes. Thank you.
Is there any chance those won't be available?
I was given the 15-week time frame
Ah.
with a pretty good chance that it will come within 15 weeks, perhaps sooner.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, item 18, board approval request. This is an owner authorization for the city of Hayden and the Kootenai North Building, old Kootenai Electric Building, and our Sheriff's Department. Lieutenant Klinkefus, are you on the line? Okay. I think it's pretty standard. The city of Hayden just wants to know that the Sheriff's Department can act on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners to apply for permits and
Yeah.
take care of stuff like that. So questions with that?
No questions.
Motion?
I move that the board approve the request for the owner authorization for the city of Hayden with Kootenai North, the old KEC building, and the sheriff's office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Item 19, grant award, EMW 2023 SS 00078, and this is the fiscal year 23 subrecipient agreement with State Homeland Security, grant award, Federal Emergency Management Agency, in the amount of $228,457.12, no match required, with our Office of Emergency Management. Ms. Littlefield, are you on the line?
Yes, this is Andrea Littlefield for the record. Kootenai County has been awarded $228,457.12 in the 2023 State Homeland Security Grant. The performance period for this grant is September 1st, 2023 through August 31, 2026, and there is no match requirement for this grant. And it's OEM's recommendation that the board approve the 2023 SHSP grant award.
All right, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the grant award EMS 2023-0003 FY.
I think we're on the number 19, Bill.
What?
One above.
One above?
Yep, number 19.
Oh, they're both, I'm sorry. I move that we approve the grant award EMW 2023 SS 00078-23 Subrecipient Agreement State Homeland Security Grant Award with the Federal Emergency Management Agency in the amount of $228,457.12 with no match requirements.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Item 20, grant award EMS 2023-0003. I don't know if I got all the zeros in there. It's 4 zeros. FY23 subrecipient agreement, emergency management performance grant award. And this is again with FEMA and cash match with our OEM A and B budget in the amount of $100,356.21. Ms. Littlefield again.
This is Andrea Littlefield for the record. This is our 2023 EMPG award in the amount of $100,356.21 for the board's approval. The grant supports administration and operational costs associated with OEM's sustainment of the county's emergency management plan. The grant performance period is October 1st, 2022 through January 31st, 2025, and there is a 100% county match requirement of $100,356.21, and that match was budgeted in OEM's FY 2024 budget. it is OEM's recommendation that the board approve the 2023 EMPG grant award.
Sorry. All right.
Just been taken over by aliens.
Yes. Okay. Ms. Littlefield, if you are finished, I would say questions or motion.
No questions. I move that we approve the grant award EMS 2023-00003 for FY23 Subrecipient Agreement Emergency Management Performance Grant Award with the Federal Emergency Management Agency in the amount of $100,356.21 with a cash match OEM A and B budget of $100,356.21.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, motion passes. Thank you. Item 21, this is a grant application, 5307 training, Federal Transit Administration, FTA, in the amount of $10,000, cash and in-kind match in the amount of $2,500 with our Resource Management Office. Mr. Engel, are you on the line?
Yes, thank you, Commissioners. Chad Engel with RMO for the record. So we are seeking approval to submit a 5307 grant application to FTA, the Federal Transit Administration. The grant is for training funds in support of public transportation. We are seeking $10,000 in federal grant with a $2,500 in match funds, and we anticipate using in-kind match, and if this changes, we will come back before the board.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the grant application for 5307 training with the Federal Transit Administration, FTA, in the amount of $10,000 with cash and in-kind match of $2,500.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Motion passes. Item 22, Kootenai County Public Transportation FY24 Letters of Agreement Cash Match Funding. And this is for the cities of Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, Hayden, Dalton Gardens, and the city of Huetter. Again, with our Resource Management Office, Mr. Engel.
Yes, thank you, Commissioners. Chad Engel with RMO for the record again. So these are the fiscal year 24 agreements for the city's local contributions, which provides cash match for capital projects like our buses and ongoing operations. These have been reviewed and approved by legal.
Okay. Chad, do we have signed agreements for all these cities?
The only one yet to get is Coeur d'Alene and Huetter.
Okay.
Otherwise, we have Post Falls, Hayden, and Dalton Gardens.
Okay.
Yep.
Since it's other government agencies, is it okay for us to sign first, Dave? Okay. Just wanted to double check. Thank you. All right,
Yep.
questions? Yep. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, that's it. Yep.
Okay. Questions or motion?
I move that we approve the Kootenai County Public Transportation FY24 Letters of Agreement with cash match funding for the cities of Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, Hayden, Dalton Gardens, Huetter, and the Resource Management Office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 23, board approval request. This is the closeout for the Juvenile Detention Center HVAC replacement using ARPA and tobacco funds with Apollo Mechanical Contractors in our Resource Management Office. Dorian, please.
Hi, this is Dorian Combrick for the record. The Resource Management Office is seeking board approval to close out the Juvenile Detention Center HVAC project. This project was funded by both ARPA and tobacco funds. Once closeout is approved, the final payment, which consists of 100% tobacco funds, can be released to Apollo Mechanical Contractors.
Okay, questions, motion.
I move that we approve the request for closeout for the JDC HVAC replacement using ARPA and tobacco funds with Apollo Mechanical Contractors for our RMO.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, motion passes. Item 24, amendment to ARPA SLFRF subaward agreement. This is regarding premium pay on the direct care retention bonuses with Wellspring Meadows, Inc., and our Resource Management Office, Ms. Combrick again.
Dorian Combrick again for the record. The amendment before you amends the original Wellspring Meadows subaward agreement to conform to Treasury's rule change regarding premium pay projects. Specifically, the amendment addresses the performance period of premium pay retention bonuses to Wellspring Meadows' existing staff, and it removes sign-on bonuses from Wellspring Meadows' newly hired staff, which will be covered under a separate subaward agreement. ARPA funding to be expended under the amendment before you is $203,280. The remaining ARPA funds that were awarded to Wellspring Meadows in the amount of $129,360 will be expended under a new subaward agreement between Kootenai County and Wellspring Meadows.
Questions?
No questions.
Okay, motion?
I move that we approve the ARPA SLFRF subway agreement for negative impact sign-on bonuses with Wellspring Meadows, Inc. and the Resource Management Office.
I second the motion.
Bill
Am I in the
Brooks.
wrong one?
I think that was the wrong one.
Yeah.
Would be the one
Wait.
Let's go
above
back.
that. Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh,
Item
wait.
I'm
24.
sorry.
I thought he,
I'm sorry. I move that we approve the amendment to the ARPA SLFRF subway agreement for premium paid direct care retention bonuses with Wellspring Media, Inc. Better?
Better.
Sorry.
Wellspring Meadows, Inc. I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, motion carries. Item 25, ARPA SLFRF subaward agreement. This is for the negative economic impact sign-on bonuses, Wellspring Meadows, Inc., and our Resource Management, Ms. Combrick again.
Dorian Combrick again for the record. The subaward agreement before you provides the required revision to the original Wellspring Meadows subaward agreement regarding the distribution of premium pay sign-on bonuses to new hires. The ARPA funding to be expended under this subaward agreement is $129,360. Wellspring Meadows' total award amount is $332,640, and there has been no change to the awarded amount for Wellspring Meadows.
Okay, motion or questions, motion?
I move that we approve the ARPA SLFRF subaward agreement with the negative economic impact sign-on bonuses with Wellspring Meadows, Inc. and Resource Management Office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, motion carries.
Oriana's looking at me going,
Item 26, board approval request. This is the accounting manager position overlap in our auditor's office. Ms. Falcon, our finance director, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Brandy Falcon for the record. This is just a request for a temporary position overlap for our accounting manager position. He is leaving at the end of December, and effective this week, we're promoting another staff member into that position if you approve the overlap, so she can begin training to take over his job. It would be a brief increase of about $1,200, but we're going to have savings from the vacated senior accountant position.
Okay, questions, motion?
No questions.
I move that we approve the request for accounting manager position overlap for the auditor's office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, motion approved. Thank you, Brandy. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Item 27, board approval request. This is the recertification of tax year 2023 L1 in our auditor's office. I don't see Alicia, so Ms. Hildreth, please.
Yes, Julina Hildreth with the Auditor's Office. For the record, we have brought before you the revised L1 with the correction to the levy rates for the 7 districts that were affected. So we're just asking that you approve the new levy rates.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the request for the recertification of TY 2023L1 with the Auditor's Office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right. Motion approved. Thank you. Item 28, offer to purchase tax deed. This is a sealed bid, AIN 242501, Party of Doll, DOLL. Please.
Oh, boy. They really
They sealed it all
They
right.
taped it up well.
Yeah. So this parcel is a sliver. It's within the city of Post Falls. And I do believe that we have recommendations from our community development office that believes that we should sell it to a contiguous property owner. And I do not believe that Dahl is the contiguous property owner. If you want to, you let me do it?
Sure.
Okay. So in this sealed bid for this AIN, Party of Dahl has submitted a check for $400 to Kootenai County. Again, I don't believe, well, I know that Dahl is not the property owner, and it would cause problems for the contiguous property owner should this be sold to someone other than who owns property next to it. So thoughts, questions? What do you want to do?
Well, I think Community Development's recommendation is the right one, just given the nature of the property that it owns and the property in question. And really, it just maintains more harmony, I think, overall.
Yep. Thoughts?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you agree?
Yes, I agree.
To not sell.
I'm
Okay.
losing my voice.
Oh, okay. Bruce, will you handle this one?
So we want to deny the offer. Yeah, I move that we deny the offer to purchase tax deed AIN 242501.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Item 29, Resolution 2023-85. This is Treasurer Authorization, Waiving of Penalties. And our elected treasurer, Steve Matheson, please.
Last week, the board approved, last week, there was a need to restart the tax billing process. We're about halfway through the process. We are anticipating the need possibly to waive penalties and interest as a result of the error. So before you is Resolution -2023-85, which has been reviewed by legal, delegating authority to the Treasurer's Office or the Chief Deputy to waive penalties and interest on tax bills or taxes due for only the 2023 tax year that result from a delay in sending out the tax notices. At this point in time, I don't expect any interest to be calculated because as long as they make the payment prior to December 31st, the only thing that will be assessed is a 2% penalty. So this $10,000 delegation per parcel is for the penalty itself. And at this point in time, it's not even determined yet whether we're going to need that authority. We are working diligently through the process. We're a little bit over halfway through. It's possible that the notices will be completed by Monday. They will not be mailed until probably a week after that, though. So given the holidays, vacation time, I wanted to get the board's approval of the delegation so that if it is necessary, we're ready to go.
All right. Thoughts, questions?
It's prudent to just kind of be prepared beforehand, I think, and if it's necessary, then it's there for you.
Yep, I appreciate your proactiveness. Bill? Anything?
None.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve Resolution 2023-85, the Treasurer's authorization for waiving of penalties.
I second the motion.
But we don't put interest in there because,
We don't anticipate
Okay.
that. I wanted it a little bit broader because.
I understand. Thank you.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, that concludes our action items, and now we've got our status update pending list and facilities expansion. Things are moving right along. We're still waiting for the December 19th bid opening, and then the facilities working group we're putting out a invitation to meet on December 4th, and I just wanted to remind the board that this working group is just tasked to vet some ideas, and then once the ideas are vetted, to bring them back before the full board for the full board input. Okay, and questions on that? Okay, impact fees, where are we at with that?
You know, this has actually taken on much longer than I expected. You know, we kind of requested to have the attorney speak. Ended up being an email, so I lobbed a call in this morning or early afternoon, I guess, just to try to help speed things along. It really comes down to questioning the methodology in Rathdrum, questioning the methodology of how our consultant came up with the jail impact fee, and having a stronger correlation between growth and the size of the jail, which I think most reasonable people would agree that there is a correlation. It's just, can you do it mathematically? And that's really what's holding us up.
So are you looking for some type of sign-off from Rathdrum before we go down the public hearing process?
Well, you know, I think it would be best if we had them sign off on it, only because they're going to be collecting the fees for us. And I'd hate for us to be in a situation, but I think at some point we just have to decide, you know, we need to proceed, because the entire county is suffering as a result of this, and that's not right. But I will say, I wish that we could have kind of gotten the attorney speaking a little sooner, because that way they could talk the jargon a little bit more. Right. I feel like if we don't get this kind of resolved, certainly within 2 weeks, I think we should proceed.
Okay. Because there's posting and all kinds of stuff, so the public hearing won't even happen probably until January, I'd imagine, at this point. So,
Yeah.
Bill, thoughts on that?
The sooner we can get this thing off dead center, the better. It's been hanging on too long.
Okay. Jail pods. Anybody have an update on RFQ being mailed out? Or not mailed out, but posted in the newspaper? Nope. Okay. ARPA projects. Dorian, are you handling that today?
Yeah, I'm just curious, how come my name is on that?
On the ARPA projects?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that should be removed, because that's not,
You were the one that initially asked.
I don't know how that got on there like that.
Probably because you asked for the update to be added to the paperwork. So it can be all three of us or none of us, I
Sure,
suppose.
all three of us.
Okay. Dorian. Oh, your microphone.
Dorian Combrick for the record. I don't know if I need to do that at the end for the update, but do you want me to go through each line item like we've done before, or do you have specific questions that you'd rather address? Anybody?
I think typically, as long as you cover, if there are any projects that are not on time or over budget.
Everything is on time and on budget right now, so.
Okay. Any questions for Dorian? All right. PMR. Sylvia, any update?
Sylvia Proud for the record. In reference to PMR, our lease agreement was received by the realtor. He did forward it to me, and we're going to start looking through it to make sure all our conditions are being met. I started to review it, and I do have questions already. And I'll. Do you want me to send it to all three of you, or do you want Pat, the realtor, and I to look through it and then get it to legal once we're done with that?
What do you prefer? Do you have a preference? Do you want to go over it in tandem with them, or do you want to just wait until it goes through legal?
Well, with respect to the terms,
Yes, the
We should-
terms are in there, and then they had to do some environmental study of the x-ray room to make sure it's clean, and they found some environmental issues in it, and they are taking responsibility for getting it cleaned up before we would take occupancy.
Yeah, I think the board is already aware of the terms, so at this point, it should just go through legal, unless there's something material that's different that we should be aware of.
Yeah, as far as I know, it should match what our letter of intent is, but we're just walking through the steps. It's 28 pages, and I think most of it's just standard language in a lease agreement that then when we turn it over to Dave, he can funnel that legal jargon for us.
All right. With that, I will call for public comment. Hearing none, 2:32, meeting adjourned. Thank you, folks.
And have a nice Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
as it is for a whole bunch of different cities.